All right. Good day, grade fives. I hope that you are well. Today we'll be doing our grade five English lesson on coordinating conjunctions. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. All right. So we are doing our grade five English lesson. And we're going to scroll down up until we get to coordinating conjunctions, right? And then once we get to coordinating conjunctions, we said our chapter is English language arts. Our chapter is coordinating conjunction. Our subject is English language arts. Grade 5. And the lessons that we are going to be focusing on is to use coordinating conjunctions and it's to identify coordinating conjunctions. So we're going to use coordinating conjunctions and it is also to identify coordinating conjunctions. All right. So when it comes to coordinating conjunctions, right? We said coordinating conjunctions are used to connect words, phrases, and even simple sentences. Some common coordinating conjunctions are words like and, but, yet, or, and so. If we want to use the word and, right? And then we use the word and to connect words, to connect phrases or sentences that go together or that are alike. All right, so once again, we see coordinating conjunctions. It's used to connect words, phrases, as well as simple sentences. And some common coordinating conjunctions are words like and, but, yet, or, and so. An example of the word and or how we use the coordinating conjunction and, right? Remember we said we use and to connect or for words and phrases to go together or words and phrases that are alike. So, an example is my sister is going to France and Spain this summer. So we can say my sister is going to France and to Spain this summer, right? So you're going to France and to Spain. Shows that these two are going together. All right. So is it France and Spain, they go together or they are alike? I have a pet dog and my cousin does too, right? So yeah, we can even say that we are, for example, joining sentences, right? And we can even join two simple sentences by adding the conjunction in the middle to join those two words, a comma and a conjunction. All right. So we use but, right? Or we can use yet to show the contrast between certain things, certain words, certain sentences, phrases, right? For example, my brother loves apples but hates apple pie. So my brother loves apples but he hates apple pies. So my brother loves apples but he hates apple pie, which means that he eats apples or loves apples, but not the apple pie, right? Shows the contrast there. All right. So we said that Aaron was excited for his performance. Aaron was excited for his performance, yet he still felt nervous. So when it comes to yet and but, right, both yet as well as but, it shows contrast, right? It shows contrast. So the first sentence, right? The first sentence says that my brother loves apples but hates apple pie. And then Aaron was excited for his performance, yet he still felt nervous, right? So, as much as he was excited, right, about the performance that he's about to do, yet he is still nervous because maybe in the back of his mind he thinks like he's going to either fail. You're welcome. All right, you'll probably get your essay back real soon. I think probably by today or by tomorrow. But you're welcome. All right. So, as much as Aaron is excited, right, about his performance, he is still nervous about doing it. And that is where yet comes in, right? Because it's showing contrast between the two, right? And then we can use or, right? And or is like a choice. It's either this or it's that, right? It's a choice that we are showing. For example, today we can go to the beach or we can go to the park, which means that you have options, right? You have the option of either going to the beach or the option of going to the park. So today we can go to the beach or to the park. You can finish your homework now or you can finish it after school, right? So that is also a almost like an option or choice that you have. You have a choice of doing your homework now or you have the choice of finishing it later. So that is the coordinating conjunction, which is or. And then we also have the coordinating conjunction so. And so tells us that something happens because of something else. Something happens because of something else. So I forgot to set my alarm, so I was late to school. So something happens because of something else, meaning that I was late to school because I forgot to set my alarm. Right? So I forgot to set my alarm, so I was late for school. All right. So that is so far our coordinating conjunctions. We said coordinating conjunctions are used to connect words, phrases, and simple sentences. Some common coordinating conjunctions are words like and, but, yet, or, and so. Right? So now we're going to aplusstudents.ca and we're going to the first lesson to use coordinating conjunctions. So already went over all of our, oopsie, we already went over all of our conjunctions, right? Which is and, but, or, as well as so and yet. So now we're going to do a few activities and then we're going to our test. It says complete the sentence with the best conjunction. Ron is a marvelous baker. I asked him to make me a cake for my birthday. So Ron is a marvelous baker. I asked him to make a cake for my birthday. So we need to choose the best coordinating conjunction to complete that sentence. All right. So we said Ron is a marvelous baker. So I asked him to make me a cake for my birthday. So it's like, since he's a marvelous baker, I asked him to bake me a cake, right? So is our correct word or correct coordinating conjunction to add within that sentence. Do you like the skirt better in violet? Olive green. We need to complete the sentence with the best coordinating conjunction. So, do you like the skirt better in violet? Olive green. We need to choose the correct conjunction. All right, and if we choose the correct conjunction or the best conjunction, then we can say, do you like the skirt better in violet or olive green? So you have a choice, right? You can either like it or take it in violet or in olive green. So there's like two colors. It's your choice. My new tennis shoes were too snug. Exchanging for a larger size. So my new tennis shoes were too snug. I changed them for a larger size. We need to choose the coordinating conjunction to complete the sentence. All right. So my new tennis shoes were too snug. So I exchanged them for a larger size. So I exchanged them for a larger size. All right, so now let's go to our test. Yes, so is correct. So we're going on to our test now, right? Where we're using coordinating conjunctions. It says the audience could Rosa. Do we say or she moved closer to the microphone, or do we say so she moved closer to the microphone? Yes, so we can say the audience couldn't hear Rosa, so she moved closer to the microphone. So now, since she's moved closer to the microphone, they will be able to hear her. All right, so is correct. Well done. Mrs. Burke was exhausted after work. Do we say or she took a nap, or do we say so she took a nap? All right, so we say Mrs. Burke was excited after work, was exhausted after work. So, well done. So, yes, so she took a nap. So is correct, right? Something happened because of something else. That is what so means. Something happened because of something else. She took a nap. Why? Because she was exhausted. We need to complete the sentence with the base conjunction. Which type of stove does Maria want? Gas, yet electricity, or gas or electricity? All right. So we can say, which type of stove does Maria want? Gas, electric. Yes, she's got a choice. Yes, she's got a choice. All right. So we can say, which type of stove does Maria want? Gas or electric. So she's got a choice to have a gas or an electric one. So well done. Or is correct. Paco and his friends are going camping this weekend. Do we say, but they still need to buy a tent? Or do we say, or they still need to buy a tent? So we say, Paco and his friends are going camping this weekend. Do we say, but they still need to buy a tent? Or do we say, or they still need to buy a tent? All right, so we can say, but they still need to buy a tent. So as much as they're excited that they're going on the camp, but they still need to buy a tent. That is why we say it is like contrast, right? An electric saw is a useful tool, right? It can be difficult to handle. So an electrical saw is a useful tool, yet do we say yet it can be difficult to handle, or do we say or it can be difficult to handle? All right. So we can say an electrical saw is a useful tool, yet it can be difficult to handle. All right, well done, guys. See, now we're going to identify coordinating conjunctions. Yet is correct. So we've already identified coordinating conjunctions, and we said some of our coordinating conjunctions are words like and, but, yet, or, and we went over all of their functions, right? So we also coordinating conjunctions. It is used to connect words, it's used to connect phrases, as well as simple sentence. I think yesterday somebody said it's called connectives, right? Connectives because it connects either words or it connects sentences, right? I also call it joining words because it joins the two words and it joins, for example, phrases or sentences, right? So that is all the words we can call coordinating conjunctions, right? Or how it can be used. Because now, in this case, we can say that it is used to connect words, phrases, and simple sentences. And once again, our common coordinating conjunctions are and, but, yet. All right. So now we are, but there's no activity. Yeah, they gave us first an activity before they removed it from the top, right? So they said that it was Ronald. Ronald is a talented piano player, but he cannot read music. Oh, so Ron is a talented piano player, but he cannot read music. Sometimes, if you cannot read music, it is very, I won't say it's bad, but because most people just play music, listening by ear, or the fact that you know where the notes are either on the piano or so on. But this is a contrast, right, to the first sentence, which is he's a talented piano player, but it's just unfortunate that he cannot read music. All right. So now we're going on to our test, right? Where we're going to identify coordinating conjunctions. So this is basically the whole sentence that I've put under each other. We need to select the coordinating conjunction within that sentence. So we need to select the coordinating conjunction within that sentence, within that long sentence. It says, do polar bears live in Antarctica or the Arctic? All right, so if we select the coordinating conjunction, we can say, do polar bears live in Antarctica or the Arctic? Yes, well done. So, or is correct because they're basically asking us, right? Where is it? Is it in Antarctica, or is it in Arctic? Right? That is the question that is being asked, right? Is it there or is it there? Right? So, or is correct. Well done. We need to select the coordinating conjunction. Was Alaska or Hawaii the last state admitted to the fire union? So was Alaska or Hawaii the last state admitted to the union? Or again. All right, so we say was Alaska or Hawaii the last state admitted to the union? It's this or it is Alaska or Hawaii, right? But this one is again a form of a question. But once again, yes, like you say, it's again or. I think they're using the same ones over and over. Cassie works nights and weekends at Patty's Diner. Cassie works nights and weekends at Patty's Diner. We need to choose the coordinating conjunction within that sentence. All right, so we can say Cassie works nights and weekends at Patty's Diner. So it is nights and weekends, which means that they go together because she does work during the day, right? Or she works basically nights at night and she works on a weekend, right? So and is correct. We now need to select the coordinating conjunction. It says the frosting wasn't firm enough, so Bella added more sugar. So the frosting wasn't firm enough. So we can say the frosting wasn't firm enough. So remember we say when we use so, then it's we use that because of something else, right? So the frosting wasn't firm enough, so Bella added more sugar, right? And that is where we add our word so. It's like I did one thing, so. We now need to select the coordinating conjunction within the sentence. Cindy keeps her favorite jewelry and hair clips on top of her dresser. So we can say Cindy keeps her jewelry and hair clips on top of her dresser. So and is our coordinating conjunction. Yes, well done. The exercise equipment was heavy, yet Kayla lifted it with ease. Yes, and is correct. Well done. All right, so we can say that the exercise equipment was heavy, yet Kayla lifted it with ease. So yet Kayla lifted it with ease. So yet is correct. And before we continue, remember coordinating conjunctions, right, has its own specific functions that tells us what the reason is for either and or but or so, right? So Lacey wanted to bake some biscuits, but so we're going to go with but she was out of flowers. So Lacey wanted to bake some biscuits, but she was out of flour. So if she's out of flour, then unfortunately she cannot bake us some biscuits, right? And yes, that's correct. But is correct. And but is correct. Cindy's next novel will be about a man and his four daughters. Cindy's next novel will be about a man and his four daughters. All right, so we can say that Cindy's next novel will be about a man and his four daughters, right? So it's going to be and and. And sometimes when it comes to novel, a novel can either be based on a true story, or it's basically just things or words that one had made up. And is correct. All right, so we select the coordinating conjunction. It says, I'd like a slide of pie or a strawberry milkshake, please. So I'd like a slice of pie or a strawberry milkshake. So here we have a choice. We have options. So we have a choice. So it's either where you can have a slice of pie or this person can have a strawberry milkshake. It's an option. It's a choice, right? So we can say or because it shows choice or shows option, right? All right, so that is now the end of our lesson on coordinating conjunctions. We said coordinating conjunctions, it connects words or phrases, right? Like I said, you can still continue to call it connectors because it connects words or phrases, joining words because it joins words or phrases, right? Um, and each one has its own specific function. Our coordinating conjunctions are words like and, but, or, yet, and so, right? All right, so that is now the end of our lesson on under coordinating conjunctions. Thank you very much, grade 5, for joining the class and for interacting. You should have a good weekend further. Goodbye. You're welcome. Have a good weekend.